goes up 500 points, you have to really wonder what the credibility is. In fact, I was riding in an elevator this week, and a guy was dressed up in a suit, and I was talking to him, and he said to me, you know, it's crazy to be wearing a suit on a nice day like this. And I said, yeah, you're right. What do you do? And he goes, I'm a stockbroker. And I said, wow, it looks like you still have your hair. And he just laughed. And I said to him, a crazy day. The market was up here in the last little bit. And he goes, yeah, it was. And I said, I know, it's totally manipulated. And he goes, you're right. So even the stockbrokers know that the markets are totally manipulated. It's a crazy, crazy time. That's why you need to have an allocation of precious metals. Speak with Worldwide, 1-866-623-2002. The website, www.www.pmc.com. In the newsletter this week, this actually was a major story that some people might have missed. But you can read it. We do have it in German, and we do have the English version. Germany's best-selling newspaper Bild actually encouraged German people to buy gold due to the risks posed to the euro and to cash. You can read that article in our newsletter. If you'd like to get the newsletter, speak with Worldwide. They'll be happy to send it out to you via email. But Bild is one of the biggest publications in the entire world. Also coming out this week, Jim Cramer, and we have the video of this. He's on video saying, hold gold, dump gold stocks. And he says that gold sell-off doesn't mean a turnaround for the markets. He said gold needs to go down on fundamentals, not CME margin requirements, and that gold is still one of the best assets to own. You can watch that video in our newsletter, and he actually mentions that his father, who actually just came out of the hospital a little while ago, his father almost had his entire portfolio in gold, if you can believe it. Jim Sinclair was interviewed by James Turk. They were over in London on the weekend, last weekend, for GATA's conference. GATA's conference was a smash success. Jim Sinclair was interviewed, and he actually says we're entering a new phase, the third phase of the bull market in precious metals, the gate to which is 1764. Once we get above that and close multiple times, we are off to the races. Some top-flight companies that were never really bullish on gold are coming out with predictions. Gold could surge to $2,500 an ounce or higher by the end of 2011, according to J.P. Morgan. You heard right, J.P. Morgan coming out saying $2,500 gold by the end of 2011. And they actually thought it would hit 1,800, but now they say that that's too conservative in a report that they sent out to their clients. Also, gold, according to, and this is another breakthrough, gold to win as S&P 500 loses out. A technical analyst is saying that the relationship between gold and the S&P 500, Reuters market analyst Wang Tao says gold could reach as high as $2,400 an ounce while the stock index plummets. As I mentioned, it's a must-read, that Jeff Clark article, Why You'll Still Be Buying Gold at $2,000. And I think people have to get their head around the fact, Harold, now we're in a different time. Some people are asking the question, is gold expensive? It's not expensive if it helps you maintain your wealth, helps grow your wealth, when everything else, fiat currencies and paper assets, are basically melting down around you. It's not expensive at all, in my mind.
Well, the thing is that it's all relative. But the fact is that it is going up, and it is reflecting what the true value of the market is. So, again, that's the price you have to pay. That's why the open cry system in the futures market works so well. So, again, if you look at the long-term implications for gold, the gold has the potential to hit heights that nobody ever dreamed of before, because let's face it, whoever really thought that this was really going to happen, that the United States and these other countries in Europe could get into that type of financial trouble? And again, we only get the news that they want us to hear. Believe me, there's a lot more behind the scenes that are much more devastating that they're dealing with that we don't even know about. So, again, I'm one for taking all the risk out of the marketplace. I'm not one for taking speculating in markets that are this volatile. The clients that have bought and hold and have been in the markets for the last 10 years, 5 years, 3 years have done extremely well. The last 2 years in precious metals have actually been the best 2 years that we've seen, and I'm extremely excited about what the potential is. The only thing is with a higher price, it means, you only invest what you can afford to invest. And basically whatever you can buy with that is what you buy, but you have to get something into the marketplace that's going to protect you against inflation. Otherwise, you're going to be susceptible to what we talked about earlier, going to the grocery store and paying $100 for a quart of milk. Now, the fact is that people that don't invest correctly are going to be in a scenario like that. Those that do invest correctly, that have hedged in precious metals and diamonds and the proper investments, will have the money to offset what those higher prices are going to bring. And that's the idea behind hedging. That's what the farmers do. That's what manufacturers do. That's what we should be doing, again, on whichever level that we can afford to do so. This radio show is for the everyday hardworking man and woman. Warren Buffett is not my client. Okay, my clients are the everyday hardworking Canadians like all of us that just want to do the right thing. We see that the governments aren't doing the right thing for us, and we've got to take our own situations into our own hands because we're responsible. If you stay in the stock market with your retirement savings plans and with your speculative money, my suggestion is that you're going to lose that money. If you take that money and put it into the hard asset market for the next 5 years, you're going to come out very strong, and we're going to be able to take advantage of undervalued markets. So, again, it's extremely important that if you haven't already done it, get into something now because the next 5 years are the years that we're going to make a ton of money, and we want everybody with us.
The telephone number to invest in precious metals, 1-866-623-2002. The website, wwpmc.com, wwpmc.com. Telephone number, 1-866-623-2002. Stephen Lieb said this week, we have it in the newsletter, silver to hit $200 within 24 months. When asked specifically, he said, my guess is that 24 months from now, that silver that you bought for $35, $40 is going to be $200. Also, Eric Sprott, interviewed by James Turk at Gaddis Conference in London, saying that gold, actually, obviously, a great investment. Silver, though, is the investment of the next decade. Silver demand in China and India is set to rise 40% in 2012. David Morgan, a silver analyst, came out this week and said that we could see $75 silver looming. Obviously, a lot of bullish predictions that we're obviously very excited about to invest in precious metals. There's only one company that Harold recommends, that is Worldwide Precious Metals. Their website, wwpmc.com. The telephone number, 1-866-623-2002. If you'd like to receive our free weekly newsletter, we send it out via email free of charge every week. You can get it from Harold. You can get it from Worldwide. It's the companion to our radio show. If you want to see all the material that Harold and I are looking at on a weekly basis, the material that we use on our show, it's all there in a very simple form. If you'd like to receive it, connect with Worldwide, 1-866-623-2002. Good week for diamonds because of plunging stock markets. Diamonds have held in very well and maintained their value. We'll talk about that as the World Financial Report on Radio with Harold Siegel and me, Randy Marshall, continues right after this. Welcome back to the World Financial Report on Radio with Harold Siegel. My name is Randy Marshall. Joining us via the telephone, our financial expert, Harold Siegel. We're taping the show on August the 12th, 2011 at 9:02 in the morning Mountain. That is 11:02 Eastern Time. Our radio show runs on AM 640 in Toronto, 630 CHED in Edmonton. If you ever miss a radio show, they're archived on Harold's website, HESradio.com, HESradio.com, to invest in precious metals. The company that Harold recommends you use, a Canadian company out of Western Canada, out of Vancouver. They've been in business over 10 years, the entire time of this bull market. They're the experts in this specialized field. They've been through all the ups and downs. The telephone number to connect with them, 1-866-623-2002. Their website, wwpmc.com. You can get our free weekly newsletter. We send out free of charge via email from them. On the diamond side of things, Harold's website is rarecoloreddiamonds.com, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. The telephone number is 1-800-432-1022, 1-800-432-1022. Our featured diamond of the week, you can find it on Harold's website, and we have it in the newsletter. This is a .35 carat oval fancy intense pink Argyle diamond. The diamond is, it's sort of funny, when I saw the diamond, I thought, wow, that really looks like a bubblegum color. And then I read Harold's write-up. The diamond is a beautiful bubblegum pink that will take your breath away. And it really does. It is very, very vivid and bright. With the Argyle mine set to close in the next 7 years, if not sooner, prices are obviously on the rise for pink diamonds. This investment diamond is a real winner, according to Harold. You take a look at it, you'll find that out for yourself. It would not surprise me in the slightest if the Argyle mine shut down sooner, but they're projecting at this point in the next 7 years. And the Argyle mine, Harold, of course, we talked about the Argyle tender here recently. I think it was 55 diamonds that are going around the world and will be featured in their tender coming up in the fall. But when that mine shuts down, you're going to have 90 to 95% of the pink diamonds of the world. They're gone, in the sense of no pinks will be coming into the marketplace. There are no new mines being found that produce the pinks of the Argyle mine. In fact, I was reading an article, and I can't exactly remember where it was discovered, but they were mining for diamonds, and they found a pink diamond, like a one-off, and they were just all excited. And that is a rarity, and that's why you want to be in this market. It's rare, and obviously, Harold, during the times that we're in, we're looking for appreciation, and we're looking for something that will protect our wealth. And
that's diamonds. That's rare-colored diamonds. You summed it right up, Randy, and that's 100% true. The fact is that the diamond market is on fire. And of all the recommendations that we've made over the last 10 years, and we've made some very strong recommendations to our listeners, this is one that I'm very, very proud of and very excited about because, again, you're talking about a market that most people didn't know very much about. Personally, I've been in the business for many, many years, and again, I know what the rare-colored diamond market has done during times of high inflation and financial uncertainty. Just like gold and silver, this particular market really takes off and flies. In 79 and 80, when we had extremely high inflation, record oil prices, interest rates went up to 20%, problems in the Middle East, gold went to $850, silver went to $52, colored diamonds went up 500% in 2 years. 500%, let me equate that to you. You buy a $20,000 diamond, 2 years later it was worth $100,000. That's exactly what happened in 1979 and 80, and now it's happening again. You know, the funny thing is that I've been in this business for a long time, and I was very fortunate to be able to trade the markets back in the 79-80 period, and I was privy to what happened in the gold and silver and diamond market. And again, I made very, very strong notes and journals, and 10 years ago when I saw a very similar situation happening in the markets again, that's when we came on air and told our Canadian clients it's time to get into the gold, silver, and diamond market. And the fact is that none of those markets have disappointed us. You've seen the moves in gold and silver, and the moves coming in diamonds are just astronomical. In fact, there's such a shortage of colored diamonds that the prices are going up substantially. Where they normally go up by about 25% a year, we're seeing that the miners of the diamonds are pulling so few diamonds out of the mine that they're raising their prices by 35% this year. So again, in 1979 and 80, when the market went up 500% in 2 years, they literally raised the prices of colored diamonds every single quarter. The beautiful thing about owning a diamond, it doesn't trade like gold and silver, it doesn't trade like stocks, it doesn't trade like anything like that because it's not on exchanges. So you don't get heavy buying and selling. In fact, very seldom do you even get selling in the diamond market. The diamonds, there's so few of them that they're sold privately, either at auction or by private sale. So the bottom line is that the price of diamonds are on the rise because anybody with any type of money, and I'm not talking multimillionaires, I'm talking even people that want to invest $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 are getting into this market for safety, appreciation, and capital preservation. Because when the stock market drops 2,000 points in a month and it takes away all your money, that will never, ever happen in a colored diamond. In fact, they've never, ever dropped in price. In 1980, you could have bought a 1-carat yellow flawless diamond for $500. Now they're $16,000, and soon they're going to be $20,000. The fact is that these markets can go up substantially during times of high inflation and financial uncertainty, and if we aren't in those times now, I must be dreaming. There's two colored diamonds that I'm going to recommend to you very strongly: yellow flawless diamonds and argyle pink diamonds. Now, there's many other colors. In fact, diamonds come in all colors, and some of them are ridiculously rare. For example, red diamonds are the rarest of all diamonds. There's very, very few that have ever been found. Most of them have been found in South Africa and in Australia, and basically in